What is up, Big Pippin family? Hey, I thought I'd do a training today, just kind of going over supply and demand indicator. Here's just another way you could trade it, and I'm going to show you the settings that I'm using right now. I have show order block finder on. I have mitigated order blocks on. You'll see why in a second. Order block or OB with trend, okay, on. Trend EMA 100, and then signals with ATR. Don't need to worry about anything else. Just in case, 10 look ahead, 30 look back, and 15 space alert space. But so I have alerts off right now. As you can see right here, show BOS and show BOS sell and buyers off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you one of my favorite ways, and that's basically, this really does a great job at showing you breakup structures and how, like, the retest areas of the boxes. Okay, so first and foremost, if it's red, you're only going to take sells. These are mitigated order blocks. That means that basically this came up and touched 50% of this block, right, this supply area, before it will drop. So like if I were to reverse this real quick and show you, there should be a block literally right here. Well, hold on a second. Should be a block like right there-ish, right? Maybe just push forward a little bit. Yeah, see it? Okay. So the block is right there, and it's including the imbalance of the next candle, okay? So once this comes up and touches 50% of this block, it's going to turn this area red. When that area turns red, because you see red prior here, you're going to look for, you could essentially draw a trend line, and as soon as it closes below, get in, or whatever the case. All right, so right there. So as soon as you see that turn red, draw a trend line. Simple as that. As soon as you see it close below, I want you to this trend line, just go ahead and get in and put your stop above this block. Simple as that. So closed. I'm going to go ahead and do a short position right here. I'm going to put this right above the block, okay? And we're going to go down to at least here. That's a 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5, something like that. So let's just push play. Breaking structure, good. Okay, we smashed it. Ended up getting a 1 to 3.53 on that one. But let me show you how this keeps working over and over and over again. This basically lets you detect order flow, okay? So let me do it one at a time and show you. Okay. Excuse me. I'll let this load up. All right, so you see the order block right here. As soon as it turns red, you're going to want to draw the line. All right, there it is. All right, we're going to draw this. We're going to wait for a break down. There it is. We're going to get in for a short. We're going to put our stop above here, and we're going to play it down to here, let's say. That green order block. So that makes a good target. So that's a 1 to 3 right there. Let's see if that plays out. Oh, we actually stopped out right there. No problem. That's why your risk reward is super important. So let's wait for it to get up to this one if it does. And let's see. Okay, we just turned red. So what do? Put up a thing right here, and it did kind of close below there. So I'm going to just get in right here. It didn't close. Hold on one second. Let me let it close. We kind of move that a little bit. There. Alright, so let's just say we got in about right there, because we're on the 15, so we would drop down the lower time frame probably. See if this one plays out. Boom, smashed it. So right there, another one, right? That ended up being a 1 to 4, right? So we won a 1 to, I think 1 to 4s already. That's 8 reward, and we lost 1, right? So let's just keep doing this. And this is on the US 30 on the 15-minute. And if you don't use TradingView, this is why I mainly use TradingView, because I could just randomly go back just to show you that I'm just just randomly going. I just literally go boom. I go back in time. I hit this little candle area thing right here. Boom. I have no idea what's in front or back. I push auto, and there I go. Now I let it load up. Excuse me. And instantly I see it's red, so what am I doing? I'm only selling. Okay? Look at this last one. It literally came up, shot straight down, right? Let's look at this area right here. And I do have openings this week for new mentorship students. This isn't like another training. This is me working one-on-one with you, and where I guarantee you'll get funding from an outside source after working with me. I'll keep working with you until you do, as long as you don't give up on yourself. So goal is to get literally 100 people at $1 million funded by June. That's my goal. We're shooting for it, so we're going to see what happens. But if you want to work with me, just go to tradewithbob.com. That's tradewithbob.com, and there should be some openings. So because there's a gap right here, that's extra bonus, essentially. Like, basically, that was a new week. So from there to there, 200 and some pips has to fill. This box was just filled. I'd like to see a little bit more data before I take this sell. Like right there. Hold on a second. So if I draw this trend, it's really just going sideways. So I'm going to wait for it to break this low right here. See the red area right here? If it closes below that low, I'm just going to get in for a sell. And nothing yet. So we never got in. Okay, no problem. We might be reversing for buys shortly. I'm just going to push play. Yeah, look at that. So we're actually reversing for buys. So now when we see green areas, there, boom. So we're only buying at this moment. Doesn't mean we're going to not go down to here, but we're only looking for buys at this moment. So let's look right here. This one already is playing out. We would have got in right here for a buy. Long position. We would put the stop right below here. You could target like this area right here to start. And okay, we lost that one. No problem. So it's -1. We're down to +6, right? Now, when it goes below this area, you could essentially let it come back up in this area, then sell off. So let's watch. Came up, then sold off for a minute there anyways. There it goes. All right, so each one of those are perfect examples of what you can do. See how this was kind of like in the middle, you're seeing reds and greens and reds. That's consolidation. So when this came up to this area, like I said, from there to there, if you were to look at like, I mean, that's a 1 to 4 trade right there. I'm not going to say I took that, but I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to let something happen here. I'm going to let something break. See, we're still kind of in this consolidation area. There we go. So now we're selling. You see all the red here. We broke the structures over here. So now I'm going to look for only sells. So where would I look? As soon as this turned red, or as soon as that turned red, I'd look for a sell. And sure enough, it sold right off. So let me show you exactly. I just told you before that even happened. It just turned red. So we're going to short it. Well, it's about to turn red on the next one. Right there. Boom. We short it. Put the stop right up here. You could target lower 50% like that and just let it roll. Now we would have either broke even right there, or as soon as you saw it like get up into this area, maybe just get out, take your profits. But with that said, we still won that one right there. We could even let it roll still. It's probably going to end up taking it out. Yeah. So it gave us 2 opportunities to take profit. One was 107 pips, and the other one's 184 pips. So if you don't make money after being up 184, really don't know what to tell you, right? So again, we're kind of consolidating a lot. We're breaking structures up now. So I'm assuming it's probably going to start going up again. Nope. Okay. It didn't break these highs right here. So the red is still right. That's one thing I love about it. I wanted to make this so it was like a no-brainer for you. So now we're just waiting for this to turn red or this turn red. Let's see what happens. that turned red. But again, we got to draw the trend line. It broke the high, so I'm going to wait till it gets to, up to this one right here if it does. Let's just see. And almost went up there. There it goes. All right, so this should start turning red right here. Didn't turn red yet. All right, we got green, so now we're buying. So this is detecting that it should be buying now. So we're looking for a green to pop and a trend line to break. So essentially, that was kind of like right here, but it didn't. It just missed it, or we would have had that nice buy right there. So we're waiting again for a green. Right, that green smash, but it broke through, and it never broke a trend. So I'm assuming it's going to come down to here. All right, we got more. Broke the high. All right, and we're getting in for a buy right there. So long, and here's why: because it's breaking this high. Put it below this area right here, and we're just going to take it up. All right, it's just consolidating like crazy. All right, so I'm going to show you this on a. Now that we went up, well, how much pips there? We went up 183 again. So if you're not taking profit, I don't know what to tell you at that point. I'm going to switch to a different instrument. Let's do GBPUSD. All right. Go back in time. Boom, boom. Auto. All right, instantly I see breakup structures going back up. So this looks like it might be reversing at least up to this supply area. So with that said, and as I was saying, look, the green's there. So this is detecting that it might be reversing. So let's just check. All right, that didn't turn green, so it's actually saying it might go red again. Boom, so there it is. See, as soon as it turned red, it came down, broke that structure, came up to this area. And as soon as it closed right there, essentially kind of got in for a sell. And there, give you another opportunity there. More opportunities, more opportunities, more opportunities, more opportunities. All right, so let me just show you that. Excuse me. That was actually a really good trade. If you would have got in right there, stop right there. That was a 1 to 2.63. It's not the best, but definitely played out in our favor. All right, but then this one was even better, where this one turned red right here, and you had, oh, that's way better. Look at this one. All right, so the short, boom. You could either put it right above the wicks right there or right above there. I'm going to put that one above there. All right, that's a 1 to 4.61, not bad. Now, what do you see? You see it breaking above the red boxes, right? So it might be actually reversing on us. Sure enough, it detected green right there, and look what it did. It almost went to the 50%. It didn't, though, so we got this open box, and this open box. So we're looking for it to turn green. Should turn green now. There it is. Now we're drawing the line right there, waiting for a break up. And let's see if we get it. All right, we're just going to take it. We're going to long that right there. It's a stop right there. I'm going to play it up into there. Let's just see what happens. So it's kind of iffy with me. But one rule that I have is once I'm up 10 to 20 pips, I've set my stop to break even. That's just one thing I train all my students. This was right at 9.1, and it played around so much I might have just got out of that trade. It's just going backwards, but I still think this might go up. But regardless, we have, it's breaking lows right here, even though that could be a liquidity grab. Let me just check this out. Yeah, that's all it was doing. Grab some liquidity and voila. Now look at this doing order flow. All right, so it detected the order block here. It pulled back, almost touched the 50%. When it does that, okay, when it comes down and wicks towards this area, essentially you could draw this like that, and you could, if you see the break, you can take it essentially. So I'm just going to long this. I'm going to put it Now this will be a bigger stop, but I'll put it right there, and I'll take that up to there. Let's just see. Oh, that just smashed right down through my stop again. Okay. But again, we're going below that. Let's see. If it breaks this low, I'm going to be looking for sells. All right, there we are. So we're going back up to the red area. Let's see if that turns red. Needs to stay below that green. There we go. I'm expecting sells. There she goes. These are some nice moves too. So like if you were to look at this red area, I might actually got in that one. That one might have been a loss, but I would have re-looked at it over here. I'm not a big trend line fan personally. I look for break of structure and a pullback. So one thing I would tell you is something like this. See how this pulled below and then pulled back up into this area and wicked? That was a good sell from there to there. Just saying. That's one thing that we do a lot in the mentorship. So see, this broke this structure right here. It's proven to go up again. Now, if it keeps breaking these structures, we're definitely in buys, but I think we're in buys already, so let's just wait for, whoa. All right, this gave us no entry. Let's see if this keeps going low. Okay, cool. So we're looking for sells, 100%. So let's see if we can get some reds. There's a red right there, and it dropped. There you go. Red, but it didn't give us an entry with the trend. All right, that's perfect. So when it does this, it usually will come up nicely to give us an entry. All right, boom. See that? See that? Immediately. So when it's super steep like that, you could essentially put a trend line straight up like this. So you could have got in right there and literally shorted that sucker, put the stop above that box, and taken it to at least this 50%, which it touched, which means that's going to turn green. So that was a 1 to 1.38, but I think it might still be going down. We'll see. Really need to see it break that low down there. Darn. Come on. Come on. Break the low, break the low, break the low. Nice and messy. All right, finally took us out. But essentially we were up already. It just kind of messed around for freaking ever, right? 1 to 1.38 and just kind of messed around. Now we're definitely going to be looking for buys. Look how it's breaking all the structure, clearing liquidity to the upside, and you're getting green again. So you're looking for a pullback to green. Right there. So right there you could have essentially got in already. So you draw the trend line. The reason I even talk about trend lines is so I could just kind of help you. So you would have got in like right there and taken it up. There she goes. That was actually a beautiful trade. So if you look there, and there's more advanced stuff you could do, like literally once you see it turn green here on the 15, jump to the 1, that kind of thing. But so that means you could have literally probably got in down here, put your stop below that green and taken it up to there, which should have been a 1 to 4.84. And I'm going to actually do that real quick. That's as far back as it let me on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back as far as it'll let me with a 1. Again, if you're looking for one-on-one mentorship, that'll take you to a whole nother freaking level on how to pass these challenges, and I have a program called Institutional Trading Made Easy. Just go ahead and go to tradewithbob.com. That's tradewithbob.com, and you'll be excited. All right, so I'm randomly going back, checking out the 15-minute, going auto. Oh, I could go to 1. I forgot about this thing that I added where literally you could do resolution 15 minutes. So I'm looking on the 15-minute order blocks using the 1 minute, essentially. So you're doing nothing at this moment. Most likely looking for sells. So you're going to be looking at the 15 right there. Okay. So we're going to have way better entries because we're actually doing this off of the 15-minute order blocks. Now this did break above this, but it didn't close above it, so I'm expecting it to drop still. But we don't know yet until it drops below this. There she goes. So as soon as it closed right there, essentially you could have freaking got in. So this is how you get the super tight stops like that. Put it right there, boom. Like that little move right there is a 1 to 2.74 or 2.7 already, just like that. And it might even drop. Yeah, there we go. So right there, that move essentially was almost a 1 to 5. See that? And it's not done yet. It could keep going. But I like using the 1 minute a lot. All right, we had another entry right there. Even that little move right there. Check this out. So it made the box red, which means it mitigated the order block on the 15. You got in literally maybe right there. I just want to show you, like, it doesn't look like a win, but it's freaking win, right? So there's the box. And that was just, that simple little thing was almost a 1.5 reward. All right, so we're looking. Now that was a 15-minute order block for a sell. And essentially, we should have just taken that sell immediately. Yeah, we're still in that sucker. And I'll show you the entry in a second here. But you know where it's going to, it's trying to get down to this 50% of this block to possibly go back up. I don't even know where I'm at if I were to go to the 15-minute. Yeah, so it's looking at this massive block right here. And then we'd probably be starting to look for buys, right? So that's why this is super, super amazing indicator once you actually understand how it's playing out, right? It's slowed up. Okay, just push play. Oh, and there she go, dude. I gotta look back here because literally, remember I said we were gonna get in right here on this big block. First of all, if you stayed in this one, you're already at a. This is how we land the. Now we do this with the naked eye mainly, but this is how we land 1 to 40s and stuff. So this is a 1 to 9 point whatever so far. This one should be even better possibly. Just look where the entry was. Boom, boom. Yeah. Watch this. You could essentially get in right there and have that right there. That's how we get the 2 point whatever stops. But look at this. Look at this move. 1 to 11 already. And it's probably coming down to this 50%, like I said, to mitigate. Let's see. Almost touched it. And there it is. So it's mitigated the order block. Now we're looking most likely for buys once it starts breaking up. But with that said, we're not in anything yet. We're waiting for an actual mitigation to happen. So we're waiting for a red or green to happen. Now, if you start seeing these break of structures up, you should start seeing greens start popping. Again, go to tradewithbob.com. There we go, red. All right, so now we draw the trend line. See if we get a break below. Nope, not yet. Now this has got to be, you got to be careful because we're above it now. So this might be retesting the top of it. Yeah, that's one thing you got to learn. Now here's something right here. If we can get a break of structure here and here, back down, you can take that sell. There's a break structure on the first one and the second one, so you could take that sell, like I said. So right there, see how it broke that, and then pulled back. We would have entered here, put our stop above about right there. Let's just make it 10 to be safer. And you pull it down to something like this block, or maybe even this block. Just try it out. Let's see. Now if you see it start breaking structure back up, you might as well just get out, okay? But already we're at break even at least. See, right? I never broke the structure up. A lot of sideways, but I'm just showing you how this plays out. Boom. All right, let's see if it goes for this last one or not. Played right off that red. See if we can break that structure down or not. If it breaks that up, I'm getting out. Boom, broke structure down. It should hit target. Nope. All right, so it broke. No, it didn't break yet, but if it breaks this, I'm getting out. Not yet. We're still hanging on. Still hanging on. Still hanging on to the trade. Let's just look at this. It won't break this. My gosh. Is it going to hit our target or not? Okay, so it finally broke. So essentially you could have got out right there, or you could have taken profit here. So it's either you took 37 pips, or you got out at when it broke structure back up for 1 to 2.21 for 22 pips. All right, I'm going to end it there. Again, go to tradewithbob.com, fill that application out. We do have a lot of people applying right now. We do have third-party funding as well, where you can basically work with a bank to get into my mentorship program with small monthly payments. But just go to tradewithbob.com. All right, take care. God bless. Back it up.